Hi, everyone. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon from whenever you are calling in from or you're listening to this recording from. I welcome you once again to this session, this weekly outlook. I really must congratulate everyone that caught the big move on the GU, GN, and UCAD. They've been waiting for that move for like forever. So congratulations to every one of you. And I do believe that this week that we're going into is going to be another good week. So I said I was not going to make this recording long because I want us to be able to watch it and finish it and let it have value. So first of all, I think before I look at the USD, I'm going to look at the news first. Now, I've just noticed something. I used to use investing.com for my calendar, economic calendar, but I kind of like the way this looked because I used to teach project management, so I kind of like the fact that I see colors. Colors used to be really good tool for me when I used to do project management. Use that to just want to see red or blue or yellow or whatever just to be able to make decisions with. So I didn't like the way this one was, just showing you this grayed out figures. So that's why I started using this one. I like the way the outlook was, but I kind of noticed something that some of the news that investing.com would pick as high impact news, the Forex factory we consider to be low impact news or medium impact news, and that doesn't work for me. It's a kind of discrepancy. So what I intend to do now is to look at both calendars, both platforms, just to be able to see what happens. Because if you notice that a number of times we've been getting the GBP news just sneak up on us without us knowing that, without prior notice, because when we look at it here, we see maybe like a yellow folder or a grayed out folder, but at the end of the day on the platform on the MT4, we just noticed the pair just starts moving without so that's why I want to start looking at this particular calendar as well. Maybe, like for instance, I'll give you a typical example. 12:50 my time, we have a high impact news. Yeah, it's recorded as a high impact news here, but same time here, 12:50, it's a medium impact news. It's not even a medium impact; it's a low impact news. So it gives me reason to believe that maybe these guys don't really catch this high impact news, but I'm gonna monitor it by 12:50 tomorrow and see how this news reacts. If it moves as like a high impact news would move, I'm really gonna pay more attention to the investing.com as opposed to, well, I'll just look at both of them anyway. So look at what's happening right now. We have GBP news on Monday. Nothing very nothing what's our attention on Sunday. So just let Sunday go. Monday we have GBP news. I know some of us are trading GBP, JPY, and we have AUD JPY as well. So that is something to look out for on Monday. We have 1 and 2. Okay, same time. Then on same Monday you have this I think there's a China. Is it I think I don't know, is this China or something? Yeah, but this doesn't really relate to us, so just ignore that one. We have the Euro news. I know some of us are in Euro USD, so those ones would have impact on your pair. We have the GBP news as well, same day. So it's something to look out for. We know that we are trading, some of us are trading GBP NZD and GBP USD. So just know by this time, either you want to leave your trade or you want to either put a second position on the other side just in case it goes the other way. But just monitor your trades. Yeah, I'm not going to go through each and every one of the news for each day, but I think we have some major news on AUD, which would really do us good because we have AUD trade that we're looking at, AUD USD card as well. So we have news on the USD news as well. So that's on Monday as well. So I believe this would give us some good movements as well. So just take the time to go through each and every one of them. I like this one because it just shows you the colors, but unfortunately they're not 100% accurate. So I'm just going to also look at this one as well. And try to get used to these 3 bull horns and 2 bulls horns as well. So that's the news. A whole lot of different news releases happening. So just do yourself a favor and check them out as well. Now to go back to the dollar, you see what's happening here. Remember that place I told you about a few weeks back? That is a major level. That when it gets there, it's going to turn from there. I'm really expecting this to come all the way back to this 90994. Why? Because I think it's a head and shoulder, an inverse head and shoulder forming. I've been trading this all the way from when it was down here all the way till it got here. So monitoring it. So I'm expecting this to be a head and shoulder. I want this to come all the way back to this 9094, then jump up, and then my final TP will be that measured level, which is 101.40. This level. But if this continues to do its thing, then that would happen. Otherwise, if this breaks above, it's not a problem. We could just trade with the levels are already there. You have this level, you have this level. You trade it to those levels, take TP at those levels, and then keep moving. Yeah, so that's what it looks like. You know what it means? It means if the USD index is looking like this, it means the USD card, USD JPY would kind of have the same kind of movements, and then your Euro USD, GBP USD, and gold most especially would move in opposite direction. That's why for some of us will notice that GBP USD was skyrocketing, going up, while this guy was dropping. So that's what the USD looks like. So just monitor it, pick it up. If you have TradingView, just pick that up and use that to monitor the movements where you can map out these levels. I already have them mapped out and I put them on the platform, but I think I should just do that now because of just in case I forgot to do it. So I'm just going to create this. Just kind of draw this out. So you could look at the levels and try to replicate that on your own charts as well. So I'm going to go. Sorry about that. So my desktop looks horrible, so I'm going to clean it up later. Put that here. Okay, so that's that. And now let's go to the platforms. I'm going to try and look at as much as possible, many charts as possible. I'll try to limit it to 30 minutes. So now, you know how I used to do? I used to draw the charts again, redraw them from the beginning, but I don't want to do that because if I do that, it tends to eat into the time. So I'm just going to show you what we are currently trading and what the outlooks are. Remember that level I showed you guys from way back, that level. The same level, can you remember something similar to what we showed earlier? See, the inverse of this guy. See the difference? So this is on the bottom and this is on the top. So we are expecting this to happen. We're expecting Euro USD. So let me see if I can find the right one. It is not the right one. So we're expecting this to bounce off here and then go back to that level, which is synonymous to this level. So if that happens, that's some really good pips right there. So if you entered here, looking at 500 plus pips, if you started trading from this point, that was a key, major support level, major structure level. But right now, It rejected all of this area, so now it's on its way up. It's broken the previous high, broken this high as well. So now we know that that is going to this level. It's going to do this, probably done its retest if we go to the smaller time frame. Yep, see what's happening right now. So just can use that to monitor it and then look for a good entry, and you know where it's going to. It's going to the moon. So this is what's happening right now. Remember, we marked this all out, and as you can see, it's playing out as we marked them. So let's see this do the same thing now. Break out and then do a retest and keep going up. We know how many pips that we're looking at if the dollar continues to fall and the euro as well continues to strengthen, then we know that we're definitely going to that level that we looked at. This is where it is right now. So just monitor that and get a good confirmation before you jump in. Okay, let me see the other platform and see if I mapped out anything similar. Okay, I think it's the same thing that okay, all right, something similar. So that is going to go and then it's going to drop and then probably climb back up, So yep, potential head and shoulder, as you can see. Okay, that's all right. Let me go back to my chart. So gold, same thing. We're also expecting gold to keep. Let me see this guy here. What is it looking like? Expected gold. You see, gold is supposed to do what the opposite of what the USD is doing, but on the contrary, it's kind of dropping as well. So it's absolutely fine. We have our levels mapped out for it. It's already come to that trend line. Let me see. What's that trend line? Yep, it's already come to that trend line. So if it breaks that level, trend line, it's broken it, but it hasn't closed below it. It's probably it's gonna keep moving because this is let me see how many more we have. Never mind. The market is not open yet. So watch for that level. If it breaks below this, we know that the next level it's coming to is this level for another 300 pips if it breaks this level, but I strongly doubt it's going to break it. It's going to probably go back up, so it's probably going to weak here and then go back up, but just watch for that level. That's a key level right now, so just you don't want to jump in, especially when it's getting very close to that 1241.74 and the trend line as well. You don't want to trade anything around here. You want to wait till it breaks below that and then you can take it down to this place. Otherwise, ignore gold and just do something else. Gold is at a key level right now. I can just ignore it. Okay, NZD, Euro NZD. This is one pair that you don't want to miss. You don't want to miss this pair. Why do you not want to miss this pair? Look at the whole price action. See what's been happening. When they drop, it's been playing around here, dropped, finally went back into that level, key level. And what is it doing now? It's ranging. It's going up, coming down, going up, coming down, going up, coming down. And it's gone up now. Where do you think it's coming to? Down. Now bring it to the lower time frame. You can see the double top here. Double top. And what happened after that double top? It dropped. You can see double bottom here. Double bottom. After the double bottom, what did it do? It spiked up. Now, what do you think is going to happen? Possibility of this happening. This is a possibility. May do this. So if you get in, try not to get in and stay and expect it to go all the way down. It may not do that in one go. Just look at what history, what happened in the past. Look at that. That went up, came down, went up and dropped. Then ranged a bit, went up, came down, went up, then dropped. So it did the same thing here. So just expect that kind of price action. So if I were you, I'll create another level here. That may be maybe somewhere around here, a safe area. That may be my TP area. So just put that right there. If you enter the right place, you might be walking home with 200 plus pips, 250, 270 pips. So just look at that. And then when you finish that, what you want to do is look for another level, another opportunity to enter to ride it back to the top. you know, and when you get there, look for another opportunity. But if you are the type that wants to see the head and shoulders, the double bottom play out the way it's supposed to play out before you trade it, then this is your move right here. This is your move. You wait till that thing is formed, then you can wait for this to happen, and then you write it down to this level. You will not miss anything. You just increase your chances of winning it. So for 300 pips. Now, what do I mean? Look at that. It dropped, got to that level, broke it, and what did you see it do? It bounced back up. Did that. Broke and retested, or kind of broke back up and then dropped. Please give me a second. This is billions. Okay, so sorry about that. Sorry about that. So where was I? Okay, so don't miss this move. Look for a good entry. Let me see if it dropped down to the smaller time frame. You know how we roll. We need to find an engulfing candle, bearish engulfing candle precisely. Now you can see it's weakening here, but there's no clear confirmation. This is not good enough entry indication for me, so I won't really take this. I would have still need to wait here till I see that good move to the downside. It's not good enough. This would have been, if I wanted to trade this, I was looking at a smaller time from the each one. This would have been my entry right here. This is bearish engulfing candle, right? I would enter when this next candle goes up. This would be my entry. But because it's on the 1 hour chart, I don't want to take that risk. I'd rather see that bearish engulfing candle on the higher time frame, either the H4 or the D1. Then I can now drop down to the smaller time frame and look for better entries. So that's that way. You don't want to miss that move. Don't miss this trade, Euro NZD. I don't trade NZD pairs, but this just looks like a very good pair to look at. NZD, GBP NZD. This was a lovely one, you know, for some of us that caught the move when I called it. And we took it all the way from down here, somewhere here. So right now it's at this level. You know how we do. We don't enter a trade at this level. We wait till it breaks above. So that's why I had to leave the trade, because it was at a level that I created. It's almost there. Look at how close it was. Okay, I think I ran out of it at this level. Yeah, I ran out of this level because the market was still open. It went up, I think, and then came back down. So I ran out at this level. You know, so yep, if you want to trade this, see what happened. Broke out, came back and retested. You know how we trade. So we are expecting this to kind of bounce up, but we won't enter it until we see it break above that, come back and retest it, and then can look for an entry in that level back to where, up to where. Let me look for it. Why did I don't have anything created. I can quickly create one right now. Why? Because you can notice trend, see what's happening there. Every time you went to that place, it had some reaction. Check the weekly, you can see it. Got there, reaction and drop, reaction, dropped, reaction, drop, reaction, drop. So that's where I'm looking for it to get to, somewhere around here. Somewhere, I'm going to ignore all of this. That is a material. This would be where my TP would be. And if to be more careful, I can even take it somewhere around here. This one here. So which will be how many pips? Not bad. My daily goal is 100 pips, so that's fine with me. But I can move my stop loss in and then kind of move where it goes up. That's 160. You know, but again, I only take it if I get a good confirmation. But if that doesn't hold, then you know that cup of cocoa that we always talk about, it might be that cup of cocoa forming here. So we expect this to happen. I hope, okay, this is already 20 minutes. All right. We expect this to happen. Then at that point, we expect it to drop. So you might want, if you get a good confirmation, you can trade the downside. You can trade this, you know, so you can take that move if you want to. But if it breaks above, like we saw it here, we just wait for it to come back here, and then we can ride it to the top. So that's your move for this GBP NZD. for me personally, I wouldn't even want to touch this one anymore. I'm done. I'm gonna look for something better. NZD USD. Yep. The reason why I decided to keep trading the downside was because it broke here. It broke that low. You know, see how it is. Went up, drop, went up, drop, went up, drop, went up, drop. It's ranging in that level. See, ranging. So it was at that level, but for some reason it broke below it. So that's why I decided to trade it. I traded it up to that level that this one was. So I saw it break that level. That's why you see me have that where is it down? Okay, let me do it on the weekly so you can see it clearly. So that's why you see me have this here. So if it breaks below and creates a good opportunity to trade, then I can take it to this level. But I will not take this pair unless I see a good confirmation. Oops, shouldn't have done that. Let me see. So right now, as you can see, it's broken below it. It's kind of doing a retest of that level. But because it's so close to this level, I would not jump in. I need to see a good confirmation. So I'm not trading the downside anymore on this pair. I'm not looking for the downside. What am I looking for? The upside. And where am I looking for the upside? Above this level. Why? Because that's that key structural level. It needs to come back now to the sell zone, to be in the sell zone before I can look for an opportunity to buy. And I'm going to buy it back to that level that's where it came from. That's where it came from. Look at price action. Tap, 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 tap. So now where do you think it's going back? Up. So we tried to trade it from here. When it came down here, I think Adrian entered as well, but it went as far as this place and dropped back. So just have to be careful. Again, always enter your market with stop loss. Never trade without stop loss. That's a rookie mistake. You don't want to make that mistake. Okay, so GBP AUD, my favorite pair. You can see the movements. See what's happening. It did that up and down, up and down, up and down. At the end of the day, what did it do? Broke that trend line. And after breaking that trend line, what did it do? Came back and retested that key structure. And what are we expecting? Yes, we're expecting it to drop. But it's been ranging for the past few weeks now. It's been ranging. It's been in this area. So if you want to buy, the only place where you'll be looking for a buy, if it breaks above this, you don't look for buy in a sell zone. So unless that's counter trend trading. So look for a buy when it comes above here, unless you just want to scalp. If it comes above here, I'm going to look for a buy for how many pips? Yeah, 200 plus pips. Or my TP will be somewhere around here. I wouldn't necessarily need to go that far. Somewhere around here. Yeah, Yep, somewhere around here. I can ignore all of that because it could turn at any point. So that's a good almost that's 190 pips, 195 pips. So that would be my TPV bricks above. But this is a sell zone. So all I'm looking for here is for sell opportunities. So you keep seeing all of that up and down movements. We call this giant move here. It's really good. Got a giant move here. It's really good. And then we saw this double bottom as well. Said, okay, let's just see if it can, drop some pips. And yeah, sure enough, it did that. So, but all of this, what are we doing? This is scalping. So just picking things, 50 here, 60 there, and all of that, but it's you always have to have your stop loss in place so you don't get stumped out. Now, USD CAD. We know that this pair killed a lot of people, so we are trading it with care. But again, we're trading it based on what is happening to the dollar. So most of us got this move all the way down. Fantastic. This last one, we didn't catch this one that I created here. This was the last. I think I took my TP around here. I took my TP around here. I target around here. So I created that sell zone for it before I left the market. And yeah, sure enough, it came back into that sell zone, exactly that level that I created, and then started dropping. So it dropped how many pips already from when I created it? That's not bad. 30 pips. That's not bad. That's not bad. So I got I got in all the way from, yeah, I think I got in all the way from somewhere around here, and then all of that move. So it's all good. So now we know what we're looking for in the markets. We just need to get another opportunity to enter this. We just wait for this one to finish wherever it stops, because it hasn't stopped now. But what you want to do now is, because it's created this level, you want to put this level here. Yep, and wait for it to break, because if it breaks, it's probably going to come back to that level. Because of that, remember, broke, created that low, those two green candles. So come back and retest, and then you can sell. But it's too close to this level, so I would wait for it. Let me see how many pips. Yeah, it's just 60. If you want to scalp that, I would wait till it breaks that level, and then I'll take it to the next zone, which would be somewhere around here. But yep, that's your USD card. Let me see what else I have. No need. Yes, another level here. Also another one that I created. This is your deal. Yeah, it was initially 100 until these ladies pushed me to do 200. But okay, maybe I'll just maintain 200. You reminded me. Okay, the 100 is still in my head. I'm gonna try and do 200. Yeah, but if you know, I've been doing much more than that, even, haven't I? So, anyways, so this is what that one looks like. Right now it's at that level. Wanted to break that level. It's a clearer picture. Breaks that level, and then we can see a retest, and then we can take it to the downside. GBP USD, sweet pair. It did us good. I don't trade this pair anymore. This is DD's pair. Yeah, but I saw a very good opportunity somewhere around here, and so I had to send the signal out. So you can see, did its job, and then jumped out and hit our TP. So now we're expecting it to break above and retest, and we look to trade to the upside. Yep, so watch for this move as well. See the card JPY, another good pair to watch out for. So let me see other things to look out for. Was the upside saying? We were initially trade buying this, means selling this. For some reason it just decided to start going north, but we looked for an opportunity to enter as well, and then yep, it paid the bills. Yep, so down is on its way up, so it's forming another flag. Look at what happened here. Came in, reaction jumped, so it's doing the same thing now. So we just look for a flag or a pennant or whatever it's going to create, and then look for a confirmation to the upside and buy. If it doesn't, it's going to give you a confirmation to the downside, and you sell. You already know where your levels are. That's your level. CAD JPY, Aussie JPY. Yep, this is another good one. Ranging up and down. We caught the move from here to the upside. We caught it all the way as it came down here, but didn't continue, jumped back to that level, so just stopped us out. But it's fine. We missed all of that. All of this moved to the downside. I think we started getting it from here, started catching it from here. So dropped all the way back here, and now it's trying to find its way up to the buy side as well. So right now, what are we looking for? We're looking for it to break above. It breaks above this, and that's why we need those JVP pairs, JVP news to happen. So it breaks above, retest, we can look to buy it all the way back to this upside. If you just want to concentrate on trading just this pair, it's good enough. Excuse me, remember what I said. All you need is just a pair, and then you understand how it moves. You can just trade it, take it to the upside, take it to the downside like this. See, it's really clear. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And then when it breaks above this, you know that you're taking it back to this level. Except for this small level right here, but it may not hold it. So you're taking it all the way back to that supply zone, and it breaks above that. So, and it's been testing this level for a while, so it may become it may present opportunities to buy. So, but just be on the lookout for this one. It still has a long way to go. Okay, 30 minutes in. Let's see what else I can find before we drop the mouse. So UDJPY, same thing. Euro odd. I'm just gonna ignore this one. NZDJPY, yeah, pretty much the same thing. Let me see what's here. I'm just gonna ignore this one as well. Eurocard. What's up with this one? Okay. What's Eurocard doing? I don't know how many of us are trading this one, but yeah, right now it's breaking this level, but I don't know if I want to take this pair. I don't know if I want to take this, but it's created that what's it called? That copper cocoa, and then although it didn't get to the top before dropping, I thought this was going to be an inverse head and shoulder, but that didn't play out. It's absolutely fine. I'm not even looking for anything to trade here. I want it to come to the upside, and I can take that. AUDNZD, one of my nice pairs that just went well. So traded this down. I think I traded it downside. Yeah, I traded it. Yeah, because as you can see TPs, sell and TP. So this has broken above with an opportunity to buy again. So I'm waiting for this to come back down here, and then I can buy it to the upside. Let me see how many pips. That may be up to 100, if not more than. Oops, a small. Oh, I'm on the 4-hour time frame. It's absolutely fine. 60 pips is not so bad. Yeah. All right. So, but then if it breaks above that, we know that it's going to come to that level. So just be on the lookout. Oops. So it's going to come to this level. If it breaks above that, it's just really, really jumping right now. But if it comes back to the downside, then we should look for another buy, another sell. I'm probably going to reduce this level. It's too large. So NZD, AUD, NZD, JBP, GBP, JPY. Yeah, a good pair we were trading at one point. I think it's acting out. Let me see another chart. Yeah, that's the one we're looking at, I think. Sorry, it's all messed up. Remember what I said? I always add things to the charts when they start acting out. Let's try to see if I can understand the way they're moving. So now hold on, let me see. Okay, that giant trend line. The trend line. So now it's trying to break it. It's trying to break it. If it breaks it, I know it's going to this level. I already also have one on this side as well, a very big one coming from the ground here. Now I expected this to happen. Break, retest, and drop. It's broken it. So now it retested. Instead of it dropping, it kind of dropped a bit and then went back in there, and now broke again, came back down, retested, dropped again to this level, and then it's going back up to that level. So again, what am I looking for? And I'm waiting for it to come back to that trend line. That's that one. This one that I created. That's this one. So I'm waiting for it to come back to it, which is this. So it's going up right now, waiting for it to come back to it, then I can sell again. And when I'm selling, where am I taking it to? Back down here. So you can see why my charts get so busy, because if we analyze, so if it comes back to this sell level, which is a sell, is key structure level, which also confluences with my weekly trend line that I have drawn here, then I would sell it. I would sell it back to this level, where it kept bouncing off from, and that would be a whooping 300 pips. So just watch for that level. Leave this upside. Let this do what it wants to do, or you can scalp it, break above. See what it's doing right now. It's breaking above it. Look for a good opportunity to buy. You can take that for 40 pips or 50 pips, or you can just let it go. It may even come back down from here. If it comes back down from here, from where it is right now, let it come and look for a retest of that high, or kind of like a double top or something, and then sell it back to that level where it keeps turning back from. Let me see, confirm that. Yeah, sell it back to that level. Okay, so that's GBP, JPY. What else do I have there? Euro JPY. Ignore that. Ignore this one as well. What about this pair? this charts. Anything? Looked at that. Ignore that. Yeah, we looked at this one. Okay, same chart at that level. We need to look for a sell from that level. Gold, we know gold. Know what we're doing with gold. We're currently selling gold. Now we should actually be buying gold, but right now we're selling it, but it's fine. So retest, we're looking for a drop as well. The final TP area that I have is here, but I won't be surprised if it keeps starts going back. It's absolutely fine. I would only take it when I see a good confirmation. GBP USD, you can see it bouncing off again. Did I look at this one already? I'm not sure, but yeah, I think I have. So generally, look at the level where it's at. Look at what happened. Came, retested that level and bounced. So it came back to that level, that demand zone. So maybe bouncing off now. So where might it be going to? Might be going back to this level. See how we mapped it out and it actually worked. Did that, came up here and then dropped, came all the way back to that level. So now I think it's gonna go back to that level again. Who knows? I go back to that level, but again, that's just prediction. You only get into a trade if you see confirmation. So let's just see what it does. If it breaks above this level, I'm not going to do anything right now. If I'm not in the move, I wait till it breaks above this level, this key level here, breaks above it, then I wait for that retest to happen. If it happens, then I can trade the upside. And trade the upside from here, and that would be how many pips if I catch that move. Yeah, not bad. 100 plus pips. Yep. Yeah. So that's what you want to be looking at for Euro Chef. Yeah, this one played a fast one on us. Went up instead of coming down. But generally, I think this is. I expect this to keep coming down. Why? Because of that price action. See, that level is where it respects, goes up, drops, goes back up there. So I expect it to drop. This may just be a double top trying to form here, and then if that doesn't happen now, but I'm only gonna be looking for a sell if I see it break below this level here that it struggled at and bounced. I need to see it break up below it, just above and retest. Even though I enter, just because this happened, I'm gonna put my stop loss there as well, just in case this history repeats itself, this move here, because it came down, broke below it, so it gave so many opportunities to enter on the smaller time frame, and yet that this craziness happened. So I'm just gonna make sure I get a good opportunity before I enter. Okay, I'm gonna stop this recording at this point so that it's not too long. This was another beautiful move there that we were trading. So if you want to look for another opportunity to sell, it's up there, go up, retest, and then to buy. Sorry, you can look for buy here if it breaks above this. Otherwise, let it do its thing. I'm still looking for this to keep coming down. It's doomed to come down. It's doomed to come down. Why? Because this is the moves. The move is up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. It's gonna get here and then drop back to this level. Okay, so that brings me to the end of this session. I will see you guys on the other side. Just look at the platforms, the Signal platform and the main platform. I'm gonna send out the files as I see them and the signals as I see them. Have a fantastic night and God bless you.